Nature shows you the nature of your problem. Nature is something no one can manipulate. Nature is something that is truthful. When you see a green leaf, you know it's green. So if you are looking for green, you now know the solution on how to get your green. Yes, you'll be wondering, why is Estishan talking about nature? I love nature. I love the kind of air I am getting here. Why? Because if you are able to create something yourself, it becomes nature. Why? Because it comes from the inside of you. Yes. Tonight is going to be an eye-opener. It is something we've heard before, but from another dimension. This is where you see brains, you see minds, bright mind, trying to let you know about something you already know before, but you are not sure of it. Tonight, we'll be talking about skill acquisition and freedom. We're going to see the relationship between skill acquisition and freedom. Are they supposed to be together? Do they really have anything that brings them together? If you have skill, you can naturally bring out something from inside you, create it, fine-tune it, and get it out there to make money and to survive. That means you're working towards freedom. Freedom simply is you being independent of anybody, anything, or anywhere. But situation where you know that you do not have a skill, you do not have anything you can create from your head with your hand and fine-tune it, you only depend on your formal education, then you are not free. No wonder tonight we are going to be seeing freedom and skill acquisition from different angles and know which one is better than the other. And if the two are better, then which one is priority? Can one actually be taken as priority? Like in your scale of preference, you say yes, education is first, then skill comes second. Or you say no, skill comes first, education comes second. Or I am educated, then I don't need any skill. Why? Because I have the highest degree that I require. Or I am not educated though, but I have skill and I make money. I have money, even better. I have more money than those who claim they are educated. These are the things we are going through in our country right now. So this program is going to open up our eyes to hearing more about the right decision to take. What is bringing this topic is because recently we celebrated our hero. He is not a hero like the African hero. He is a hero, a world hero. He is being celebrated all over the world. And this person is late Nelson Mandela of South Africa. He is now a world hero because he fought for freedom, he encouraged skills, he encouraged independence. That makes you human. If you keep on depending on one source, keep on depending on just education, like formal education, freedom is nothing when you can hardly put food in your stomach. When poverty has eaten everything. When diseases, no shelter is on your roof. Diseases has dogged us or is dogging us. Where is the freedom? If you cannot set yourself free from all this he mentioned, you cannot provide your own shelter, you cannot take yourself to the hospital and give yourself a better medical care, you cannot boast of feeding, not even yourself, talk more of your entire family, then you are not free. Now the question is, what are we facing in Nigeria today? Are you free if you're under this condition whereby everything has increased, but your own has not increased, then it is time to fight for freedom. And how do we fight for this freedom? That will take us to the main issue of tonight's show, where we will be interacting with the president of the Asaba Reading Club. Yes, this club organized a seminar where they celebrated World Youth Skill Day and celebrating their mentor Nelson Mandela. That event held on the 19th of this July 2023 at Osadenis University, Asaba Delta State, and dignitaries were invited. You will see with your eyes. After this short break, we will be calling
the boldest.
This is Cash the very one. Yeah, they call me over to a person. They call me also, they call me cinema. They call me for nature's one. That's why I'm so able. I'm not even. Okay, why I'm not my keep watching the boldest.
My name is Diamond Okechi, a Nollywood actor. If you love me and love what I do, I want you to stick to the boldest. The boldest I love. The boldest I cherish. The boldest is everything.
The boldest.
Baby, good morning.
Good morning, no.
This one you are dressed like this. Where are you going to? Do you know, I almost thought it was your
Jesus!
Our landlady.
I'm not rich to become landlady. My mama na landlady. I be land daughter.
Did our landlady build another house?
This man!
Build. If you say that my mama they tell you say whether I used to become landlady. If you say a small joke, not be small joke. Oh. We dey build every day. But this one, now our other estate when they call Mega Echo Estate.
Okay, I remember your mom telling me about this Mega Echo Estate. Yeah, I remember. But the problem is, you know how the country is now. Money is hard to come by lately. I can't even think of buying a land now, talk more of building. You know, maybe some other time I will just, you know, look for money, huge money at that.
70 years old man.
You know, come to the Mega Echo Estate and, you know, get my own house.
You say money? Where? How? Money not be the problem, oh.
Apostle will hear of this.
Money. Come the estate, they go give you land. They know they draw you, may you bring million, may you bring billy. Any small way you get, just come. They go cut land for you. You go they pay, she come, till you pay finish. The land become your own. You go they build and they go.
Talk truth. Tell me something I don't know. I'm really interested. Tell me more about this estate.
I thank God say you don't be interested. You see this land where we they talk so, eh?
Funke!
Not only Asaba Ide Abo Ogwash. Ogwash Uku. Continue. You can't come up for Ogwash Uku. Now where you gonna go? You can't dey see Luku. Continue. Ide Onichubo. You can't dey waka, they come, you can't reach. Ide La Asaba.
Apostle will hear of this.
You can't pass Ide La Asaba. Where you dey reach again? He can't see the Okpa now.
Jesus!
Even Asaba, go. Ide.
Is that you?
You don't ask. You say go to Nosha. They're not in there.
Apostle will hear of this.
Wakawa go say this one, you go pay this one, you go pay this level, you go pay that level. They're not they try make them. If you just tell them say, now this estate you just walk enter, they go just run leave you.
Just like that.
See this 10% when they give agent, say no agent. You know the pion. You don't put your cap.
Jesus!
Yes, I'm really interested.
If you see get big money, my brother, you go just pay once.
Continue.
And you see if you want to build this your house, you not go just pay, we can't leave you. We go help you. You see this our Mega Echo Estate.
Continue.
We dey enjoy NEPA lights. You see solar energy, 100%.
Jesus!
You see security, as you just enter, bam. Security, 100%.
Jesus!
Only what I've been looking for.
You see water? Water not they dry one day. Water they run. Brrr. Light on call Ide can't pay.
Come, let's go.
Now you can't disturb me when we go out opening. Now you want me call the chairman.
70 years old man.
Wait before we start to go. I go give you one number. Manager number.
The boldest.
Welcome back to our favorite show, The Boldest TV Show. It's time to go straight to the interview segment. Let's hear from the president of this great club, this prestigious club, the Asaba Reading Club, Delta State. Please join me.
The boldest.
Welcome back to our favorite show, The Boldest TV Show. He's here live, so he's going to unveil everything about the event. So join me as we welcome Mr. Omena Egedi. He is a veterinarian and the president of this prestigious reading club, Asaba Reading Club. You're welcome to the Boldest TV Show.
Thank you very much.
How do you do?
I'm good.
Sorry, this is the question we used to ask in Nigeria, even when it's obvious that the person is doing well, because see your face is very, very good.
How do you? Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so we want to know more about the reason behind the event your club organized with the theme, A Long Walk to Freedom, Unlocking Minds and Empowering Future. So sir, please, let us know about Asaba Reading Club, a brief history of this club.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm excited and delighted to be in this program, on this program with you. Well, Asaba Reading Club was founded in 2018,
Okay.
and the story behind it is that the founder had a life-changing encounter in a bank. You know, he was standing in queue and an old man asked a youth to help him read a message that came into his phone. And to his greatest surprise, that youth, who happened to be a lady, couldn't read the text message properly. So it impressed on him that there is a high level of illiteracy among the youth in our society. And he thought of founding a reading club just to promote the reading culture among youths and have an enlightened society. So it was on the 22nd of May that he took this bold step, and he posted on his social media platforms, that's WhatsApp and Facebook at the time, and he called for people who are of like minds that he wants to found a reading club. And thereafter, the club had the first meeting on the 3rd of June 2018. So that's just the brief history of how the club was founded. You know, the mission actually is to encourage the young to imbibe the reading culture, and the vision is to have an enlightened society. Because as a club, we understand the nexus between reading, leadership, and societal advancements. They are interrelated. So that is why our target is actually the young mind and the young at heart in the society.
Wow, thank you so much for that brief history that also would trigger me to ask this question. I remember even as a graduate, after my first degree, I moved straight to School of Journalism, where it was all about practicals and less English. Brother, the first time I entered the studio, Father, that's so they just put, what's it called? The monitor.
Okay.
You'll be seeing yourself, the monitor on the floor. As I just on camera face me, I couldn't read again. Seriously, I couldn't read. I saw come. I was stammering, come. I mean, a graduate. I saw simple English. I couldn't read. The few things I could read, no comma, no full stop. The fright. Hey, camera never faced me organized like this. So we do camera, sir, in school. Though not often, we're not given the privilege to do it often. But even the few we did, they organized the way they take gather me for studio. So when I saw cameras and the packaging, my dear, couldn't read. So that does not mean that I'm an illiterate, that I couldn't read what was there. After all, I was a graduate. But I was so shy, I was so
Fidgety.
Like,
Agitated.
will I say stage fright? I couldn't read again. It could be that that lady was also like Esther.
Yeah, well, you know, these are different scenarios altogether.
Okay.
This was the banking hall,
Yes.
and she was approached by an elderly
Elderly
person.
person.
Of course, I was not there
Yes.
to actually observe the lady and how she reacted and why she couldn't, you know, really
Read.
coordinate herself.
Yes.
Or maybe she was shy or
maybe.
fidgety or whatever. But then, for the fact that she
couldn't
probably
read
she
it.
couldn't pronounce the words well,
So she just gave up.
I don't think it should be a fright thing. So
My dear son, especially when it's one one person, still have to make it say, sir, I cannot sit. Thank you. Case closed. Anyway, that is that is by the way. Now moving straight to this event. This event was like what I have here. It said you're using it to celebrate Nelson Mandela's Day and World Youth Skill Day. Nelson Mandela's Day and World Youth Skill Day. Now, what is the relationship between, because when you talk about freedom, you talk about Mandela's history. So what is the relationship between freedom and skill?
okay, well, as a club, we tend to always see how we can get the youth engaged, not just in reading, but in other aspects.
Okay.
So the reason for the program was to, you know, encourage youth to actually unlock their minds using the life of Nelson Mandela, to tell them that, because one of his quotes says that it always seems impossible until it is done.
Yeah.
So you need to unlock your mind. Those things that you think are not possible, those things that you think you cannot achieve. If you don't take a step, you will never achieve it. They said that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. So that is the main reason why we actually organized that program, to get the youth involved, using the life of Nelson Mandela as, you know, a focal point, and then encourage youths to also be skillful in all that they do. We actually had a lot planned. We intended even bringing some, you know, some probably what the society calls the disabled, who are skillful in a whole lot of, you know, other crafts that they do, and for them to actually showcase, you know, their skills and what they do, and who are also youths. Yes.
Yes, encouraging youth to also have skill. It's very important, despite the fact that it is more of encouraging you to read, just like the introduction of their history, that we want the youth to always read so they get used to it. So like that, our initial chat, where it could be stage fright, you won't have any need to be frightened. Anywhere you are, you can stand and read, because this is what you do often.
Yeah,
so the excuse of I'm shy will not come. Anywhere you can read. No more shyness like Esther, no more illiteracy like the other lady. I mean, when you read and read, like he said, you start it even when you feel I'm not go school reach, so I may not be able. Just start, be doing the E, or somebody beside you will correct you and say no, it's not. Oh, it's okay. And once you get the correction, you are off. It's better you ask that stupid question, then everybody will laugh at you. What kind of useless question is it?
Yeah.
After laughing at you, you will get the answer and you know it.
You know it.
Rather than being shy, like, this question I'm about asking it is going to be stupid. Let me know. I don't want to allow you now close your mouth. Our people still say that a closed mouth is a closed destiny. That is the end of Solomon Grandi. You will not know it because you refuse to open up, get the embarrassment, get the insult, and get the answer. So, bringing skill acquisition and reading, which is reading, you must be educated to read. So let me now go straight. Skill acquisition and education. Out of these two, which one do you think should be first? Like, which one is the priority first? So that at your convenience, you could do the second one. So which of this is more important? Like if they say scale of preference, which one is your number one?
Okay, well, every human being is born in a state of tabula rasa. What I mean by that is that we are born with nothing inscribed on our minds.
Okay.
And our education starts from the cradle, right from home.
Yes.
You are taught how to speak. You are taught how to speak your language. You are taught how to speak whatever language that is prevalent in the environment you are growing up with, even religion-wise.
Okay.
And then you proceed to go into the kindergarten where you are learned. You are taught other things. You are taught how to read the alphabet, how to read the numerals and all that. So I would say that in acquiring skills, first and foremost is to know how to read and write.
Okay.
With that, because the skills you are going to learn may come in instructions in English language or any other language, and you need to know how to understand that language, and you should know how to also read that language. So reading comes first.
Wonderful. Now I put it on you, sir. From my end, I will say reading, education, no spin-offs without reading. Education can always come later. Why did I say this? There are some people who are not privileged enough to go to school. Not even the primary school. Talk more of secondary school.
You said they were
So,
not privileged.
yes, they were not privileged.
Not that they didn't want to. Okay.
They want to.
Okay.
They want to. The parents who will give birth and say, I'm giving birth to useless children, let them not be useful. Every human being, illiterate or literate, wants their child to be better than them. Good. But if that opportunity to take them to school in an environment where there is no free education made available by the government, would you not say that there is no need for them to acquire skill then? Because if you say no, education is first, and they hear you say that, then since they were not able to go to school, no need now, they will wait until they're able to go to school. So, but in my own side, I think education is good, very important like you said, but if you are not privileged to go, because I know them, sir, I know, even in this Asaba, families, areas, we have ghetto areas in these states. Let me not go far. In this our Asaba, if I not enter the Wari area, other area, I will still discover. But in this area, I know the ghetto area where they can hardly feed. You need to see where they stay, like where they live. Not to talk of the high years their children go is some private nursery school where sometimes they don't even pay school fees, sometimes they pay, they go. But after that stage, some of them, they don't have the opportunity to go to primary school or secondary school. Don't you think such people should also be encouraged to move into skill acquisition? Because it's possible to get somebody that will be willing to teach you for free, even if he's shoemaker, even if he's hairdresser, any of these skills. Don't you think education now won't be first? Because they don't have that privilege.
Well, I'm happy that you used the word not privileged
Yes.
to acquire education.
Yes.
Because the fact that one could not acquire education in a school setting doesn't mean that if you're opportune to learn and develop a skill, you shouldn't.
Okay.
Yes. But I am just saying that the basics is education, learning how to read and write.
Now, I agree with you. Education is the basis. Taking everything is clear now. Is this still advisable, sir, after acquiring this education, even up to your PhD, like up to PhD, is there any other one we pass? After PhD, which one again?
Another PhD.
Another PhD and
So
another
you
PhD.
can become a doctor.
Doctor of doctors. Good. Is it still possible for somebody who have gone through the pains of acquiring all this level of education, like the highest level of education, to still acquire skill? I mean, somebody who has over 4 doctorate degrees. Is it still encouraging?
My answer to that would be a big yes. Because, you know, it is not just about learning how to read and write. Now, wherever you work, whatever it is you do to earn money, has to be something that involves one form of skill or the other. Now, the only thing that education does is that it helps you to have a better development on that skill. So, imagine a shoemaker who didn't go through the rigors of, getting a formal education, and the one who actually had a formal education first, you will definitely notice a difference in their brands. The fact that you're educated does not mean that you shouldn't develop and have a skill apart from your area of your focus on education.
Yes, education is very important, like he said. No matter what you do, if you are not educated, you will be distinguished. You see it. You see the difference. The packaging of somebody who is educated, like a shoemaker, is different from the Aboki shoemaker. I have shoemaker close to my studio. Just because we call them shoemaker sounds local, but sir, when you enter there, this man a government worker or a civil servant. So a civil servant cannot be an illiterate now. In fact, he's a master's degree holder. Amazing. A civil servant. If you see the shoe, pardon me, I know you are an educationalist, but I don't do with RPG here. If you see the shoe where this man they build, these are the shoes you get in boutique that tell you this is Gucci, which is true, because he gets those foreign leathers, and he builds it in his own unique way. Where if you walk into a boutique or whatever where they sell shoe, a shoe vendor, you won't get it. So I can always get that kind of shoe and tell you, yes, I ordered it straight from the company. Meanwhile, a very Naija, my neighbor, for my studio. Skill. But if you listen to me, I said this man is educated and a civil servant. So that is to tell you that one stream of income, like we also always say, is not enough. We are lamenting, we are encouraging, the boldest we encourage you, skill. It's sad. There is no one of my program, no matter the topic, even when it has nothing to do with skill acquisition.
You will not bring skill into it.
Then the program is not complete. Yes. Corona taught us sweet lesson. So please, let's brace up. But before we conclude, I want us to go and see the clip or some of the clips of this event for those people who do not understand, or those people who did not have the opportunity to attend that event. Please, let's just show you a little of this event before we call it a wrap. Please join us. Welcome back to your favorite show, The Boldest TV Show.
The day the Mandela Day was declared as a convention by the United Nations in New York, I was invited to that commemoration. Myself, Zizi, the daughter, Dava, the grandson, we were all in New York. And after the declaration, after the ceremony, they decided at the United Nations that not only that they were going to make 18th of July the Mandela Day, but that monuments around the world should be built to commemorate that day. In other words, monument, not just celebrating him, the only man in the whole world to have been so honored. Not just that alone, but to have monuments built around that will be used to commemorate that legacy. We celebrated Mandela yesterday, where Professor Wole Soyinka delivered a wonderful statement. And it's now a monument, and I can assure you all, and you all have my open invitation that please, every 18th of July, for as long as we go on as Nelson Mandela Garden, you will all be invited.
Fresh blood gush from his nostrils and flow on the street. I walked into the church.
Thank you very much. So on that note, I want you to drop your contact because somebody might be there listening to you and want to key into this idea of collaboration so you can reach.
Okay, we can be reached on social media. We are on Facebook as Asaba Reading Club. Just search for Asaba Reading Club and like and follow our page. You can also find us on Instagram as Asaba Reading Club. And you can also reach us through email. Our email address is asabareadingclub@gmail.com. And my phone number is 0803 7935031. So you can also reach me on phone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Egedi. So thank you so much for your encouragement. Thank you for standing tall and standing firm with that club, Asaba Reading Club. Thank you so much, sir, and we hope to see you soon. Like I said, collaborate as well as collaborate with the Boldest TV show because our own is the art. Seeing is belief. Collaborate here so that we'll be seeing. You see, our mentality here is that if we don't see English, no help us. We need to be seeing. While you're speaking, we are seeing. So all these your activities, we need to see. Some people there who are ready to collaborate with you also want to see. Just like a proposal, they say, can I see what you have been doing? So if your own is a physical attempt, we need to see all these things you're doing so that it will draw more attention to what you do. So thank you so much and do have a lovely night rest.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
The Boldest.
Wow, welcome back to your favorite show, The Boldest TV show. That was educating, eye-opening, challenging, debateful. You could see the questions and answers. You could see the angle of skill acquisition, the angle of education. No one can actually supersede the other. It was before that skill acquisition was not really very important. Why? Because your formal education could actually foot your bill. But the situation of the country now makes us to realize that just your formal education cannot really foot your bill. And that is why, as it stands, both skill acquisition and the formal education are equal. They are in the same level of importance. The both of them are very important. So no one is higher than one, depending on your situation. If you are privileged to be educated, please do not say no to education. Formal education gives you power. It is the beginning of your independence. Why? Because you will be educated, informed, and exposed to things you never knew, and you know them and you begin to work with them. Because if you don't know them, you'll be a slave to something you never know of. So formal education is very important. Same with the skill acquisition. If you know that you have this formal education to the highest level, please endeavor to acquire a skill, because no matter the highest level of your formal education, you need skill to survive the present situation of this great country, Nigeria. And if you are not privileged, like we discussed back there, you are not privileged, your parents are poor, they do not have money to foot your bill in school. Instead of sitting at home waiting till the miracle comes and gives you money to go to school, you could first pick up the skill acquisition. Education has no age. When you acquire skill and start gathering money for your formal education, even if you're 40 years, 50 years, you can still go to school. Education has no age. So the two of them are important. So we are urging you this night to please make sure you take seriously your skills. Trade is good, it's part of skill. But the truth is, the one you can create, that is why I opened up with nature. The one you can create, even when someone copies it, because it came out of you, you could also create another thing. You could also create something similar, but nobody can copy it because they don't really know how you created it. And that takes me to a creation from a little boy in SS2, that created or built a drone and aeroplane. They celebrated him, and I hope that this guy will be empowered. Please, government, individuals, these are the kind of people we should empower. When they come out with the little they can create, we encourage them, we empower them to do more. If you could gather such low quality materials to create drone and aeroplane, if you give him the opportunity by providing the quality materials, or even taking him to the place where they actually learn how to build these things, he will do better. He can even do better more than his teacher. Why? Because even without a teacher or instructor, he was able to create something. These are the kind of people we should encourage. So now, let's encourage each other. If you have the resource, if you do not have, please do the moral encouragement, just the way we are doing. Thank you so much, Asaba. So moving on now is our entertainment segment. After this short break, we'll kickstart from there. Please go nowhere.
The Bodak.
Get new DJ mixes every day on umdundo.com.
Are you ready? Where we at? Let's go! We are the ones who never go down. We're sons of God, we never go down. We are the ones who never go down. We're sons of God, we never go down. Here we go, up, up, glory, glory. There's no stopping us, no. Glory to glory, we keep going high, higher. Glory to glory, glory to glory, glory to glory. Here we go. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. Sons of God, here we go. Are you ready? We are the ones who.
The Bodak.
Yes, congratulations to you all. Congratulations. It's not easy to graduate. These are the leaders of tomorrow. Yes, whether they like it or not, you are leaders of tomorrow. Congratulations. God bless you and bless your future. Congratulations to those who celebrated the birthdays. More grace, more abundant life ahead of you in Jesus' name. And this is where we call it a wrap. But before then, please do not forget to follow me on our social media platforms. The Boldest TV Show 1 on YouTube, The Boldest TV Show on Facebook, or Obiesie Nwabuisi Esther on Facebook, or The Boldest TV Show 2 on Instagram. Follow us. Send your comments, send your criticisms, send your suggestions. and like or share goods and services, or you have events here and there, weddings, coronations, installations, swearing in and swearing out, any kind of events. We cover events and we showcase events. Call us by dialing the number right here on the screen, and we'll be there to serve you better. And until next Sunday, I urge you once more to please make sure you have 1 or 2 skills. It's going to go a long way to helping you to stop calling the government, because you are the government. I love you. From me and my Esther Obiesie, aka Esther Shine, and my crew of the Boldest TV show, I want to say good night, God bless you, and a peaceful night rest. Ciao.